Alright, so Professor Liu is going to teach you how to do a second class. It's called bank account. Alright, so on the bank account here, we want to take a look. Whenever there's a button, that must be an action. So take a look the action you can do right here. What's the action you can do here? Probably will be what? Deposit, withdraw. Is that right? What in the bank account, what is the most important variable? What's the most important variable for your bank account? Can anyone tell me? What you care the most in your bank account? Anybody? What you care the most? Balance. Balance is a noun or a verb? Is balance a noun or a verb? Money, Adrian, good. Money, balance. Do you think that's an action? Money is an action? No. Money, balance, is a property, is a noun. Is that right? Correct? Yes or no? Do you understand what I'm talking about? So it has to be a private variable. Is that right? It has to be a private variable. And now we also know that we can deposit, so that's a method. We can withdraw, that's also a method. Okay, that's also a method. And the bank account, we need to let user to see to withdraw their bank account. So the bank account now is the balance. So we're going to what? Get balance. All right, get balance. And now we're going to see this. Okay, when we deposit and withdraw, we will affect our balance. But we don't need to see the balance. Do you understand? When we deposit, if you have $300, I deposit 100. That's 400. I care about you add money to the balance. I don't need to see the balance at this time. Understand? Okay? So let's write our program. So let me ask you one thing right now. Okay? Let me ask you one thing. Okay? So when you deposit, okay? Deposit this action. You deposit what? What do you deposit? Money. Good. Yes. Very good. All right. So what do you withdraw? You withdraw what? Money. Yes. All right. But today you deposit maybe 100. Next week maybe 500. So, different amount. So I'm going to use a variable called amount. Okay? Amount. Okay? So variable amount. It's okay? So when you deposit, what does amount in deposit? Think about deposit. When you deposit, okay, what will affect when you deposit? What will affect your balance? Tell me. It will increase your balance or you will decrease your balance. When you deposit money, it will increase. Increase by what, Daniel? Increase by what? By what? We're going to do a little bit more detail. By amount. By how much amount you do it. Yes. When you withdraw, what will affect? your balance. All right, when you withdraw, what will affect? Your balance will increase or decrease. When you withdraw, what happened to your balance? When you withdraw, tell me what happened to your, what decrease? Decrease by what? Decrease by how much? By the amount. Decrease by the amount. Is that right, Herbert? All right. And by the amount of withdrawal, yes. Okay, by the amount of withdrawal. Now, we are assuming we create a bank account, real handle. When you create a bank account, normally your balance is zero. Is that right? Not normally. Or your bank account is actually come from the other account. You already have $5,000 right there. That's from your saving account. You can do that too. So any bank account, you need to initialize the money. Without initialization, you cannot do anything. Is that right? Agree with me? Yeah. So the initialization will be done by constructor. Okay? We're going to learn something called constructor right now. Constructor will initialize your bank account. So the first one we did, is a device, electronic device you can see. Right now is a bank account. So far like abstract you can see, but it's still a very familiar object. Everybody has a bank account. So shall we do it right now? So I am going to file, close this solution. Is that okay? So I am going to say file, new, Java project. I'm going to call this chapter 3. Is that okay? This is a bank account demo. It's okay? Bank account demo. Finish. No, I don't want to create. It's okay. Then I am coming here at the source, right click it, new, class. I'm going to create a bank account. So a class in conventionally start with uppercase. So bank, uppercase, bank account. All right, camel style too. Don't put public stack void main because you are creating a tool. Whenever you are creating a tool for other people to use it, don't do that until you need to actually implement it. Okay, so finish. So I have a public class bank account. All the things start with this. All right, so we say our balance is very important, and that's a noun. So we say private. All right, so balance is money. All right, so let's use double. Okay, BALANCE. So everybody, you got this right now. All right, now next, I'm going to teach you called constructor. All right, so we saw this constructor all the time. Constructor are exactly the same name with your class. That's because you want to do one time. When you do one, you call bank account, you do 3 things at the same time. Okay? Isn't that smart? And the constructor must be public. And no return data type. Public and bank account. You can copy it is easier. Control C. No return data type. Close and okay. So this is your default constructor. It's your default constructor. So you must have this one, and you must initialize this to 0. Okay, because unless you are very any bank account will allow you, don't give you anything. Start with 0. All right, this is called default constructor. Some of the constructor, Control C, Control V, come with some value already. So I'm going to call this mutator constructor. So my mutator construct here, I come with some money from somewhere already. Okay, the user already gave me some money. So I'm going to say this, double my initial balance. I already have my initial balance. All right. So my initial balance, I don't start with 0, guys. I start with my initial balance. Understand? So now you learn something. You must initialize. So this chapter, we still did not get user. We still not prompt the user to give you value yet. In starting from next chapter, we're going to ask user to give you value, then prompt the user so that, hey, what's your balance? Something like that. Now, we're going to write our first method called deposit. So, alright, has to start public. And it doesn't return anything to balance, so we don't need to do that. And deposit. Alright, deposit. What you deposit? When you deposit, it doesn't come from air, right? It comes from outside. It comes from outside. So the outside is here. Somebody must give to you. Okay, it doesn't come from air. Money doesn't grow from tree, by the way. And my kids doesn't know that amount. All right. So when you deposit, it comes from somebody must give you an amount. The amount will affect your balance. All right. So your balance will be increased by amount. This line equal to this, equal to balance, plus amount. All right. But I told you, as a programmer, we need to look for the simplest term, because simplest term will save you money. The line 17 will be you need to go to RAM to retrieve value for balance twice. 16 only once. Even that 0.0 second, that's very important. Delete it. Okay? We're going to do like this way. So your deposit, you get money from outside. Anything from external, it is put right here. Okay? Now we're going to write withdraw. So we're going to say this, public void withdraw. Again, you need somebody tell you how much you want to withdraw. All right. Then which will affect to your balance and will be decreased by amount of money you withdraw. All right. Then hey, you eventually need to get your balance, right? So you public, and this time you want to double get balance. When you get balance, you don't need to outsider to tell you that, that fine. You just return your balance. Okay? You just return your balance. Okay? So this is your class. This is your bank account. This is your bank account with your private variable balance and with two constructors. One is default constructor. One is mutator constructor. Default constructor initialize the private variable to 0. That's very normal. mutator constructor, take some value from outsider. Oh, I already have 1000. Okay, so let's run this program right now. We need to have somebody to run it. Is that right? So I'm going to come here, right click it. I want to new class. The other class will say I'm going to use the bank account. And whenever I want to use it, I need to start with static void main. Okay, so I'm going to do this right now, and I'm going to put like this way so you can see I write them. Let me see. Okay, so a bank account is a tool somebody else created. I want to use a bank account. This is how I do it. Okay, I call bank account Shin account, whatever, okay, equal new bank account. If I do this, line number 6, if I do this, okay, if I do this, means I'm using this one. You see the exactly same name, bank account. This is also called bank account. Isn't that cool? You know, have you heard something, use one stone to kill two birds, something that? Yeah, that's use one thing to kill two birds. Use one thing to call your bank account and also initialize your bank account balance to 0 right now. But I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to say bank account. I'm going to say TA account. Oh, that's Kenneth. He must have a rich boy. New bank account. At least probably he has more connection. So I am going to say this. So Kenneth start with 1000. So when you do like that, oh yeah, that's okay, Kenneth. I'm just joking, okay? All right. So the bank account here, all right. So me, I start with nothing, no connection with the bank, no association. I start with 0. Okay, that's how I start. But you know, and TA start with 1000. Okay, maybe he has another account, something. Now, once we do that, both TA and I can do deposit. All right, so I'm going to say Shin account dot deposit. All right. So I'm going to deposit 5,000. All right. All right. So I deposit 5,000 right here. I'm gonna withdraw. Okay. So have a party. I need to withdraw money. That withdraw. So I want to withdraw 1,000. All right, 1,000. Okay. Then when I finish, I'm going to say system out. Then, all right. So Shin's balance equal, and I'm going to put right here as a Shin account dot get balance. All right. Then then I can put $sign in front. It's okay. $sign here. All right. So let me squeeze a little bit here. Okay. So far, okay. So I'm going to put Kenneth too. I'm going to put Kenneth. All right. So I'm going to copy this line, Control C and Control V right here. But I'm going to change this to TA account. TA. I need to know how to type, right? And do I type? Yeah, TA. All right. So you see the difference here? I have two. Shin is using default constructor. Kenneth is using mutator construct. New mutator construct, it means you already have something from outsider. It's okay. So I'm going to run it right now as Java application. When I run this, and I have to run use bank account. It's okay. Once here. So Shin's balance is 4,000. Sorry, this has to change to Kenneth. All right, run it one more time. All right, run it one more time. So, can you tell me why mine is 4,000 but Kenneth is 5,000? Anybody can tell me? Anybody can tell me? Why mine is? We do the exactly the same thing. We do exactly the same thing. Deposit 5,000, withdraw 1,000. Why mine is 4,000 and Kenneth is 5,000? Is that because Kenneth is good looking? Can anybody tell me why? Anybody? Yeah, he had 1,000 right here. He had 1,000 here. So as a programmer, you need to design a program to suit for every single situation. Do you understand? Okay. So now we are going to run our Java doc. Okay. We do our Java doc only for the bank account. It's okay. Only for the bank account. So we are going to do this right now. So project. Okay. Generate Java doc. All right. So I'm here right now. I'm clicking here. Source. All right. Bank account. I don't need that one. I want bank account. I want bank account. I want bank account. Okay. So I'm just finish. Yes. Or maybe I next. And it will run bunch of these. Now at this moment you can see your path right now, guys, gentlemen, and don't cry to me, say, oh, I couldn't find my thing. It stay right here. At your user, my hard drive, Eclipse, workspace, and so look for that. If you don't know how to look for that, at least you should read, right? Alright, so come right here right now. I come in same folder. I come into my bank account folder. I go to my document folder. And I look for my index. I click on my index. All right. So I go to my bank account. I find out my constructor. I have two constructor. Bank account with the initial balance. All right. Two constructor right now. Methods right here. I have deposit. I need to take outside variable amount and return nothing. GetBalance will return double. Withdraw. So you need to do this part. Screenshot. I conclude your number 2 program. I need you to do this, boys and girls. I need you to copy this code. Copy this code. First, you need to create your job file. Copy this code. Copy that code. Not only that, you need a screenshot from here. Constructor summary all the way to here. Method summary. Constructor summary and method summary. Okay? I hope you enjoy this program. Okay? That's conclude your number 2.